episode in the Elite Dangerous universe. And tonight, we have an update. Let's see what events are confronting users in the latest edition of the game. Also, moving to Robogo. We are gradually moving in the direction of the Robogo system. We also see our wingman on, and the Heart and Soul Nebula offers a possible base where earnings could go a lot more quickly, roughly double the speed of the rate that they're going in Robogo. We'll hear more from Commander Squaddle in the very near future, hopefully. In the meantime, we are at McKellar Horizons. We are in the Dahlia system, which was a spot that had offered us the access to interstellar factors. We also have to visit our engineer at the Weird system to update our beam weapon technology if it is possible to do so. Let's begin tonight's session. Good evening.
Hi.
How's my favorite wingman?
I'm your favorite now.
Well, you might be able to offer me more money, so...
Oh, I'm your favorite as long as I know where the money is, huh?
I'm from the prairies. We're somewhat cynical, aren't we?
Ooh, nice. That run got me more than I figured it would.
So, are you making money at double the rate as you'd hoped?
My first run I pulled 16, second run I pulled 12, this last run I just pulled 19 million.
Not bad. So it looks like the Heart and Soul...
The first two runs though, I was finishing up building some reputation too, so...
So you're in the Heart and Soul Nebula, or thereabouts.
California.
Oh, you're in California. Hang on. Let's just find out where the California Nebula is. It's opposite the cult. There we are. Yeah, Heart and Soul is way the hell towards Raxla, or where Raxla's rumored to be. So you're in Alliance territory out here in the California Nebula. The Alliance is trying to surround the entire bubble, I think. It's a good strategy, if it works. So, which worlds are you going between? I have here on the map California Sector Bravo Alpha Alpha Echo 6.
And another one that's got a long list of letters.
So there's a couple, yeah, okay. So you've got Hotel Romeo Whiskey Delta 128 and Juliet Hotel Victor Charlie 212.
Mine's on the post in the California Nebula, BA-A space E6.
That's one of them, and the other one must be the Hotel...
One I'm in, and I just told you the other one I'm in.
HRW D128.
Yeah, the one I'm in, pick up the missions, and I go to the BA-A space E6.
Yeah, I see that here. Okay, so those two are very close to one another.
45 light years.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that in one shot, but I can definitely do it in two. And the only other debate then would be to haul whether or not I want to draw the crate out here, or do I want to stick with the Anaconda? And I think for now the Anaconda is a better buy. But first tonight, we're going to go visit the word system so we can, we've got a 5-kilometer laser upgrade, which I applied to one of my weapons already. We're going to go see about the other one. I cannot determine right now whether or not...
Is it turrets or gimbaled?
They're turreted, but they shoot 5 kilometers.
Don't bother putting the long range on them.
Why?
They won't work until about 3. I don't get why turrets don't work, but I've tried it over and over, putting long range on them.
Really?
Turrets just won't do long range.
And
You can put mods on them, but they won't start firing until they're within normal range of what they are stock.
What about gimbal?
Gimbal seems to start firing where it's supposed to.
Maybe that's a bug they'll update. Or whatever the hell it is. Oh, we got a friend here in the kiosk system. Let's have a look and see who it is, shall we? Is he one of us? Master Miles.
Probably not me.
No, I don't think he's on your friends list, but he's on mine.
Nope, I don't know him.
Okay, so we're 2 jumps away from word here because we luckily have access to a white dwarf star and we have a fuel scoop on the Anaconda. So we're going to do that one.
I will tell you this, if you come out here, best plan for you would be to figure out how to go without shields because you're going to be using your silent running a lot.
Really? Okay.
I've had interdiction attempts at least every run, if not 2 on every run today.
I know, but I have 16...
I've had attempted scans three different times just trying to get back into the station, so...
I have to give up 1 slot, and I get 1,600 shield points. So, for that kind of return, it's very tough to ask me to ditch the shields just to get 1 slot. For passengers. I can sacrifice almost...
You and I, we know by now, have different mindsets when it comes to making the money.
Oh, definitely. But I know also I've saved my ship a couple of times where I would have been killed, to a virtual certainty I would have been killed without the shields being present. So, I mean, it's 20 million now plus for me to lose this ship every single time, plus then I've got to worry about being sent to some fucking world hundreds of light years away to the penal colony.
The prison ship here is 25 light years, so I haven't had to go visit yet, but that's kind of a...
Well, that's not too bad.
I'm thinking that's where I end up being.
Yeah, you never... Well, I'll ditch the shield when I have that answer, maybe. For right now, certainly for the trip out there, it doesn't hurt to have it there. And I can just ship an extra passenger module out there if I really want.
It takes about 2 hours to get shit here, so make sure you have that planned.
I will have it planned.
That's coming from Robigo. If you're coming from Shinrarta, it's going to probably be more.
No, I'm not going. I've been to Shinrarta already, and...
It is kind of overrated, isn't it?
Well, no, it's good. I mean, there's lots of... You get everything there. They have every conceivable appendage, every ship. You know, it's a nice spot to visit, to have on your map. But when push comes to shove, and we're dealing with, you know, buying really expensive shit, I'm going to want that 15% deal that Li Yongrui is giving.
Well, the 10% discount you get at Shinrarta and have everything in one spot, that's where I'll go, Shinrarta.
Maybe, but I'm also...
I'm not gonna the extra travel to Li Yongrui for 5% ain't worth it to me.
Oh, it's quite a bit of money.
I've got plenty of money, so...
Yeah, I don't.
I'm only at 170 right now.
Okay. So we're leaving McKellar Station in the Dahlia system. Oh, God. Now what? Oh, hang on.
I am scanning ships as I come and go when I find them, and I'm getting pretty decent materials, encoded materials off of them. So that's a nice bonus.
Oh, that's good. I scan ships all the time now just to get that extra data.
I do quite often, but not all the time.
Well, I guess what I really mean is I do it a hell of a lot more often now than I used to.
Yeah.
I don't do it like 100% of the time or anything, but probably about 50% of the time. Okay, we're approaching our neutron star. Well, it's not really a pulsar, it's a white dwarf, but anyway. Let's, oh no, we're going the wrong way, hang on. There's a big tail out here we can go. Okay. Course laid in for the tail. We are at 17 kilometers, 20 kilometers per second. Headed for the tail. The particle stream. Well, we're moving too close to that fucking star. We're going to move out of its way. And in a moment we will have okay, we're moving into the particle stream in 3, 2, 1. We have a supercharge successful. And we are moving out of the particle stream and away from the star. Possible enemy Python. He is a target. We have a Cobra Mark III, another possible target.
Frameshift drive charging.
And we are jumping 54 light years to our target system. Jump engaged. And from across the cosmos, the FNS Ambrosia exits hyperjump. We're approaching Black Tide in the Weird system. It is on planet 2. Well, A2. There's 2 stars here. We have another human player kind of sneaking up from behind and from the left. Entering the planet's stratosphere. 7,000 kilometers, 6,000, 5,000 kilometers and closing. 3,000. $2,000.
Orbital flight engaged.
1,000 kilometers. We're being scanned from behind by a possible threat, but we are only 220 kilometers above our target base. He cannot engage us and have any hope of catching us. $40 kilometers. 30. This planet has almost no gravity.
Falcon Relay Alpha Romeo 0 Heavy. Automated flight control protocol initiated. Please submit a request prior to landing. Docking permission authorized. You may proceed to landing pad 05.
The android has invited us to land. Thank you, Tower.
Which ship are you in now? Great or what?
The Anaconda. At 41 light years, it still has the longest jump range of any of my ships in the fleet. I have not had money, time, or resources enough
Docking procedure completed. Ship
to
secured.
upgrade all of my ships. And now we will go to our refuel, we'll repair everything, and we'll visit the engineer's workshop. We may as follows. We have upgraded the Class 8 power distributor as far as it can be upgraded. The pulse lasers. Are fully upgraded, except, no, looks like, hang on. We have an overcharged weapon. Experimental effect is oversized, scaled up components. So this thing actually does 3% more damage per second than it did originally. It is fully upgraded. And the beam laser. So one is an overcharged weapon and the other one's long range. They're class 2. And I have no idea if that is correct or what. One moment.
What kind of ranges your sensors have?
One moment. I'm getting that information momentarily.
If your weapons have a 5 kilometer range, but your sensors only have a 4 kilometer range, you're stuck at 4 kilometers.
Okay. Is that the rule?
That's what I've noticed, or what seems to... That's my observations.
Okay.
I've not actually
Put that to the test yet?
put it to the test.
Okay, so the detailed surface scanner is irrelevant. The standard, okay, hang on. The advanced scanner.
Well, I got 17 mil on that run.
Okay.
I started doing this an hour ago, so I pulled like 37, 17, 54 million in 1 hour. So I can't complain.
No. Okay, so what am I looking for here in terms of range? Maximum range is 14 kilometers on these sensors.
Usable range is what you're going to want.
Okay, well, I've got typical emission range, max range.
The typical emission range is what you want as high as possible.
Okay, that's 10.1 kilometers. I mean, these are 8D sensors. They are the best that the market can afford. I'm sure I've got more than the maximum amount.
If you had A-rated sensors, you'd get farther out. But the working one is the one that matters for targeting in your weapons, from what I've noticed.
Well, according to this, the only thing I can upgrade is the angle, the target scan angle. I can go up to 45 degrees, I think. I don't have 8A sensors available here to compare with, so I have the D sensors right now, but they're fully upgraded. And I went with D sensors for weight.
Yeah, that's what I got on most of my ships too.
Now the 5E life support that I have gives me 5 minutes of life support. I've never had to go over that.
If you get the D, you get 7.5 minutes, which is more than you need. So with the D rated, you'll squeak out a little more jump range. You'll cut a little bit of weight.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, there's a couple more upgrades I could do here, but I mean, I'm not going to get a lot more than what I have. Either way, I think I've exceeded my weapons potential range. So if I go to the hard points here, and I look at the Class 2 weapon inventory, I have 2 beam lasers, both are turrets. One is upgraded as for range, and has a maximum range of 4,800 meters. And is there a working range here? No, I don't see that. And the other one has a 3,000 meter range, or 3 kilometer range.
3 is stock.
Yeah. And its modification class is oversized. Scaled up components, reinforced munitions, housing allows the weapon to pack more of a punch, increasing damage at the cost of increased powered draw. And we currently have lots of power. So we can use up to 43.79 megawatts, and I'm using 43.7, including a Guardian weapon in the inventory. So that's what I have. I'm inclined to leave this as is. I don't see any reason to change the configuration.
Whatever works for you.
Well, one of the beam lasers is, you know, shorter, medium range, and it packs a wallop, and the other one's long range and just basically starts eating away at the shields 5 kilometers out. And that's about the only feature it offers.
It depends on what you do, and I know my Corvette's got all multi-cannons on it right now because I don't have the ability to run more power. I run out of power fast.
Well, you should again, you should go. You should go to Guardian Space and get a module, a Guardian module.
I'll just upgrade the module within it once I got the material.
Well, do that, and then, yeah, exactly, and then go and get the Guardian module on top of it.
With an A-rated power plant, fully engineered, it's still gonna put out better than a Guardian power plant.
Well, I don't know about that. The power plant...
With better heat characteristics.
Yeah, you'll get better
Guardian
heat.
power plants put out a lot of fucking heat.
They do,
You can't use lasers nearly as much. And that ship's going to be a laser boat, or have big lasers on it. I'm not going to be wanting to generate heat, so...
Well, I'm using a combination. See, my weapons...
This is a combat attack ship, too.
Yeah, this ship has a pulse laser cannon class 4, which is fucking devastating when I've shot the thing. I mean, it rips apart everybody. Cuts them to ribbons. And then I can hit them, if I hit them with the plasma charger, like, do you realize I can dole out 600 damage plus? 600 plus damage in 1 second if I hit you with my primary weapons all at once. I mean...
You want to take on my Corvette?
At some point I would actually like to give it a good run, but...
Between my plasma cannon and my big fucking multi-cannons? Yeah.
Yeah, well, you gotta hit me. But, okay, probably...
That Corvette is probably more agile than your Anaconda is.
Yeah, but you got fighters to worry about, and I don't know. I guess you have fighters too.
Fighters aren't the problem to worry about.
No.
You take out the mothership. You don't worry about fighters.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, the fighters can be worrisome depending on what their armaments are, what they're geared for, and what the skill level is of the pilot flying them.
Even then, you take out the mothership, you take out the fighter.
Well, if I've got human fighter pilots, it's not going to be quite the same thing as using NPC fighter pilots. But anyway. So I've got two Class 3... I got a Class 3 Guardian plasma charger, which doesn't generate all that much heat at all. I've got the multi-cannon, gimbaled, Class 3, and those things will rip your shields apart in about 5 seconds flat. Not necessarily on the Corvette, but I actually, just to give you a picture, I took this Guardian plasma charger at full charge and shot it at a Sidewinder, and I'm getting pretty good with those fixed mounts, if I do say so. And I blew apart, like at 100% shields, the expert level Sidewinder that I was fighting was destroyed instantly. Gone. The shields and armor both erased in one shot, one hit. So it's not inconsequential. I mean, there's 300 points. There's 300 points.
That's a Sidewinder. That ain't.
No, I know, but
impressive, though.
No, I'm just saying, being able to take out any ship in this game in one shot like that is unusual. The game doesn't really let that happen very often. I've also got two torpedo pylons, each capable, they're class 1s, but each is capable of delivering 120 points of explosion damage.
Unless you try that on a ship that's got the point defense, it's useless.
Well, is it though?
If you got the point defense, it'll take out the seeker missiles and any missiles and any.
Well, no, it won't take out any missiles. The Hound missiles from Li Yongrui, it certainly won't take those out. I've fought.
It tries, but it doesn't do so well.
No, it doesn't. And the seeker missiles move too fast. The pylons, the torpedoes, you may have a point there, but it has to hit the torpedo casing more than once if it's above class 1 in order to destroy it. So it's not a guarantee. But that being said, do you have a point defense unit?
On my Corvette, yeah.
Okay. And
I've got 2 of them on there.
Yeah, I have 2 as well. So, do you use missiles?
Nope.
No. So you have no missiles and no torpedoes.
Nope, don't need them.
Okay. So you have no shields, and you and I get into a tangle. You're going to be able to.
I have big shields on my Corvette.
Oh, well, that's
I'm
different
not
then.
talking about my Anaconda has no shields because it's being a.
Oh, well, then, okay. I thought you said the Corvette had no shields, and I was like, well,
No,
okay.
that's got shields. That's even got a
Yeah, you're gonna have twice.
shield.
You're
That's
gonna,
even got a shield recharger booster thing.
right. You probably have 3,000 units worth of shields plus the recharger. So
I've got about 2,500 shields, about 2,400 armor.
yeah, I mean, it's gonna be hard for me to stand up to that. But at point blank range, a torpedo hit might get you, and if it does, it's 120 points of damage. Unfortunately, at that range, I'll also take damage. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. Okay. Okay, so we have to go make some money now. So we'll head for Robogo first, and then from there we'll go to the California Nebula. Now, before we do any of this, I need the following. Where the hell are the Thargoids? It's like they fucking vanished.
I don't know. I gotta put you on mute. I got a phone call.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so we're going to lay in our course for Robogo. A course has been laid in. We may now...
What's your dysfunction now?
Hang on, I'm plotting a course. I think we'll visit the Teikaha system. It's an independent system on the outer border of the bubble. And there we will stop for refueling. Except...
Yourself a fuel scoop.
I have one already. It's a class 5.
Why do you need to stop at a independent base or whatever?
Because you wish it. I don't know. Okay, there is a couple of different bases. The Irandan system is en route. So is the Arietis sector. That Arietis sector is getting a lot of colonies appearing in it turn after turn. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I have.
Not too worried about it.
Well, I'm not worried about it. They're all independent colonies, so who gives a shit? But there we are. The Diabozo system. Would you like to be a bozo?
Yeah. It's overrated.
I'm more than enough bozo for both of us anyway.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, I sure did. I said it. Of course it's a good idea. I came up with it. Luma Ragro. Where do they get the name for these systems?
They eat a bowl of alphabet soup and take a big old scoopful and scramble the letters and use those letters.
They must.
Well, that's how they come up with heart sequences and stuff at work. When they encode or put the fucking names and shit in codes for parts at work. Alphabet soup.
Alright. We're headed for the Call 285 sector. There's a base there. Oh! One moment. I forgot to check and see what kind of base. If the base is too small... Ooh, we get 2 neutron stars. Or 2, little wee-ass white dwarf stars. The little wee-ass Cowan 2.
Damn it.
I think the Chinese have taken over a star system here. It doesn't say. Well, I don't like the looks of this. It looks pretty sketchy. I think we're gonna... I think we'll do this instead. And then we'll reevaluate which way we're going. Okay, we're now leaving the black hole. Oh, sorry, it's Black Hide. My friend was, back when I was much younger, my friend at one point got very angry with his girlfriend and called her a black hole in front of everyone. It stirred up quite the reaction from those assembled. Partly because she was a brunette, I suspect, but... Okay.
I just pulled 20 million on that run.
Well, you seem to be going quite fast, so I will be making a trip out there.
I'm at 207 million credits now.
Oh, there you go.
I started at 123 when about an hour and
yeah.
15 hour and 20 minutes ago.
Well, I've got to stop at Robogo, make some money. I'm actually going to pick up my passenger modules, and then I'll come out there once I'm above 25 million again. I'm at about 11 million right now, so it's only about 2 runs.
You need to stop getting yourself so low.
Well, I bought a crate, and then I was like, well, I should expand it, and then I just kept spending money until it was all gone. But it's going to be fine.
Better hope so.
It will be. And if it's not, I'm going to take this game and throw it out the goddamn window.
Well, we know that won't happen.
No, but I will be quite vehemently upset. Most displeased.
Holy shit, I could take somebody back to my original home area. Somebody wants to go to gas system.
How much do they want?
Well, they'll pay 2.4, just shy of 2.4 million credits.
That's not enough.
1,138 light year run.
Not enough.
3 weeks. I ain't fucking hauling your ass around for 3 weeks. I don't want to go back there anyway.
No.
The ecosystem ain't got much in it worth a damn.
They have to pay more. They want that kind of a ride. The dog!
And my dog's letting me know my wife, so my wife's yelling at me, so...
Oh, you won't be allowed to play anymore.
She's bringing food home. Supper time.
What? What time is it?
It's like 7:53.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, like it's almost 9 o'clock here. You're just sitting down and having dinner. You may as well be like in Australia.
Maybe that's where I'm really at, and I'm just giving you a line of shit. And you don't know any different.
That's true, I wouldn't know. Or you could be in Hawaii. Actually, Hawaii's more realistic. Except Hawaii's also got a hurricane alert, and periodically there's false alarms from Kim Jong-un shooting missiles at it.
Well, the United States, you could have a chance of shit hitting.
I still don't quite really get how the hell that whole incident with Hawaii happened. Like, how could the Americans think that there was an inbound missile? I mean, the odds are far more likely that they would shoot it down and you'd never even know.
It's so posturing. Okay, I'm gonna put you on mute and go AFK for a bit.
Okay.
So I can go eat some food.
Fine. We are at the limit of where we can take this ship safely. But we are still ahead.
Warning, temperature critical.
It's jumping at 3% per.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Heat sink deployed. Frameshift drive supercharged.
We're now out of range. And we have our supercharge. So we will now jump to the
Frameshift drive charging.
Jeep Gun system. This is more or less a 60 light year jump. Not the furthest that this can go, but reasonably good jump all the same.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
We're now approaching the Seppi sector.
Frameshift drive charging.
And there's our target system.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel suit disengaged.
Let's see what we have here. Well, we have here the RoboGo system. Yeah. Let's just go here to take Kaha. It is a independent dictatorship. There will be no further white dwarf stars on our path.
Fuel slipping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
And hopefully we have a nice big base over here in this system.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yeah, we do have a large base. New Horizons orbital destination is now locked into the nav computer. We are proceeding on course.
detected. Cargo scoop deployed.
Affirmative, Commander. Establishing fighter link. Link established. Awaiting instructions.
Scan detected. Cargo scoop retracted.
Keep it steady, Commander. Initiating automated retrieval. Fighter is in the bay. We're ready to go, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging. 4,
That looks like an ocean world. Interesting.
Frameshift drive charging.
39. Landing at base 39.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing successful. Vent system shut down.
3 limpets left. Let's go to advanced maintenance. No missions to speak of. Galnet, the Galactic News Network. Recent reports from the Betel system indicate that an ongoing feud between the Silver Creative Network and the Betel Free has escalated into violence. General Hollis of Betel Security issued the following statement, and quote, "After a lengthy period of peace, These factions are now determined to wipe one another out. As much as we want to subdue this conflict ourselves, we simply do not have the ships to stage an effective intervention." End quote.
Who are you interventioning now?
With system security forces stretched thin, both organizations are seizing the opportunity to settle old grudges and have issued calls for support. Pilots who participate in the conflict will be generously rewarded by their chosen faction. The two factions have set out in a week-long operation scheduled to take control of the system, which will begin on 23rd of August, 3304. That is today. Ooh, an exclusive expose published by the Mars Tribune has revealed that a member of the federal Congress has close ties to a criminal organization. The extensive feature began with this summary, and quote, "Congressman Morgan Unwin has been in debt to the notorious Red Family cartel for nearly a decade. Information uncovered by our reporters proves that he has used his influence to traffic enormous quantities of the cartel's drugs in order to keep his own addiction secret." End quote. The following publication of the feature, Mr. Unwin was arrested by Federal Security Service and now faces expulsion from the Congress. An investigation into Red Family's narcotics operation in Olympus Village is also underway. Spokesperson for the Congress has made this statement. In quote, "We are indebted to the Mars Tribune for uncovering a criminal conspiracy that might otherwise have continued undetected. This highlights the value of investigative journalism in the Federation," end quote. The Tribune's billionaire owner, Kingsley Cordova, has been invited to a special event by Congress to express its gratitude. As well as the Mars Tribune, his conglomerate Cordova Group runs many small companies in the solar system. You know, the just say no nonsense, I hope it's long dead by the time the 34th century rolls around. That just smacks of abuse on so many levels.
Wedding canceled.
Ooh! Aisling Duval wedding cancelled. Federal news channels have announced that the wedding of Princess Aisling Duval and Ambassador Jordan Rochester has been cancelled. A statement from Congressmember Isolde Rochester, and quote, "The planned wedding between my son Jordan Rochester and Her Imperial Highness will no longer take place. We have contacted everyone involved with the event and closed down all related projects," end quote. The announcement, yeah, but we're on the air. The announcement follows anti-slavery campaigner Jarl Toredo's confession that he and Aisling Duval were romantically involved for several months. Toredo also claimed that the planned marriage was purely a political matter. The cancellation was confirmed by the Imperial Palace on Emerald, but there has been no direct response from Princess Duval or Ambassador Rochester. Of course, you realize next they'll elope. Political journalist Cassio Carvalho of the Imperial Herald commented, in quote, "The fact that this news comes from Isolde Rochester gives weight to Jarl Toredo's claims. The marriage was a political scheme that may explain why the Rochester family matriarch is the one to call it off, no longer trusting Princess Duval to play her part. Or perhaps this is simply the reaction of a mother enraged at her future daughter-in-law's infidelity. Had the marriage taken place, would it have initiated an era of federal-imperial cooperation or triggered a new wave of conflict? It seems we'll never know," end quote. I don't think we've heard the last of that.
No.
Oh. Seems that the Far God cultists are vanishing. Where are they going? Hmm. I don't know. Holy shit, look at all these space stations that are... Oh, whatever. What do we got here in the shipyard? We have 7 classes of ships, including the crate. Largest available is Anaconda, and that's it. Good God. I should try souping up this Sidewinder I still own. Just bring it to Robogo and just like... Or no, better yet, turn around, go back, and make the best fucking Sidewinder that I can possibly conjure up in the game. They're such terrible looking jalopies, though. Just made 500,000 credits off of exploration.
Oh, great. I got 2 different people trying to interdict me.
Oh, well, there you go. Oh yeah, I also have to make my money. I have some bounty vouchers. Power contact. I can make salary of 500,000 credits. That puts me at over a cool million earned at this station in the middle of nowhere. I'm probably one of the richest people in this system. It's only got 100,000 population, for one thing. Who we got here now?
Damn.
Okay. Let's have a look at our galaxy map again here. Looks like the Alma guest system should be our next target. Hell yeah. We'll make for Serious Reach, which is of course a serious reach. We have an unexplored planetoid in the system, which we have now got interest in. And we can just make it to Almagest with the fuel we have. No need for a fuel scoop. And then we can jump to Robigo. Launching. Yeah, I don't think that that wedding with Aisling is off yet. I could be wrong, but seems kind of an anticlimactic end to what should be a more extensive story. Just want to check and see if this Te Kaha system that I'm in right now has a water world. We have a couple of worlds in this system that are of interest. Wow! Planet Te Kaha A3 has 0 atmospheres, but you can't land on it. It won't let you. What there is of an atmosphere, which is very light, is 97.5% carbon dioxide, 2.5% sulfur dioxide. It is 32% metal. The resident gas giant has several moons that are still unexplored. However, we'll make course for Planet 1 first. No.
Landing gear retracted.
No. There we go. Planet 1 has been plotted. It is not Planet 1. FSD charge engaged. 3, 2, 1, jumping. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, she just yelled at one of her dogs.
Oh, Trump has taken aim at Canada again, by the way.
Them damn evil Canadians.
Yeah. Well, this time it has to do with Mexico. He's deliberately gone out and reached a separate agreement with Mexico on trade to end NAFTA.
Well, NAFTA is kind of old. It might need to be looked at and updated.
That's fair enough. I can agree with that part of it, but we should be...
Getting rid of it altogether might not be a good idea.
No.
Then again, I'm not a politician, so...
No, but free trade has proven itself, I think, over the last several years to be a good thing in general for both economies, and Trump can chirp all he wants on Twitter about how unfair it is for the poor Americans, but I don't think the United States has really suffered all that much, if at all.
Well, you can't blame us for wanting to try and do better than we are. But...
No, of course, and so it should be, but I don't think that turning the largest trading partner the United States has, which is still Canada, not China, and saying, you know, we're going to screw you over because we don't like your left-wing politics or whatever, is kind of a silly thing to do.
Orbital flight engaged.
I don't think it has to do so much with left-wing or right-wing politics when it comes to Trump. Trump's a businessman. He's looking at it from that.
A very poor one. Again, I say it to you again, he got 4 major corporations bankrupted. That is not lending itself to me putting a hell of a lot of credit in his abilities as a businessman. He is a real estate agent, basically. He sells real estate, and I'm not so sure he was the best at that either. A lot of his business ventures didn't turn a profit, so when you look at the books and you see exactly how well he's performed as a businessman, I'm not very impressed. And there's a lot of CEOs out there that have done...
Than just whether each little transaction is profitable or not, too, though.
But the whole point of a corporation is to generate wealth. If you can't do that, then what are you doing being a CEO of anything? There's no point. And that's why CEOs are judged on earnings, because that's what they're there for. Certainly bankrupting the companies involved is not a good sign. So I do question his validity as being a competent businessman when I see many others.
Look at it this way, he's got more money than you or I, so...
Yeah, but I'm not out out just spending every day waking hour. First of all, I didn't have Daddy lend me $4 billion or whatever the hell the enormous figure was in the first place. And number 2, I don't come from money. He comes from old money. So a lot of his wealth is family money and not his own. He hasn't earned a great deal or contributed to his family's wealth tremendously well, and he had every advantage. He should have done well. He should have done a lot better than he did. I think you have to look at it that way and say, look, the rich have a lot of advantages that people without money don't have. He didn't capitalize on them, and you have to ask yourself, why the hell not? Maybe he's just not very bright.
Change the topic of the conversation.
What's that?
Change the topic. I'm not interested in talking about politics.
All right. I guess I'm one of the few people who isn't bothered by politics that much. I argue dispassionately. Oh my God.
Like you said, at the end of the day, I'm not all that worried about it.
Well, you and I won't make any big changes one way or the other. But I am interested in your views on trade, because they do have, I think they're fairly representative views, and I think that they probably, I'm very curious about, like, what people in your neck of the woods think about trade with Canada. And that does have an impact, if you'll forgive me for saying so. Okay, this planet I'm on, it has no atmosphere, but there's like a haze. And I'd like very much to know why it is these planets with zero atmosphere have haze on them. Whoa! Stop, 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 stop. Okay, we deployed our landing gear. Whoa! See, I see planets like this, and I'm wondering what exactly stops them from making the game support atmospheres.
You gotta add in all the aerodynamics of being in atmosphere.
Yeah, but there's arithmetic for that. There we go, I've landed.
Arithmetic too, but you gotta have the right people figuring it all out. And then you gotta multiply that and make each planet unique, and how many planets are they gonna do this to?
Yeah, but they've got people who know the physics really well. I mean, it's pretty well documented. I'm sure you're aware. You and I could go out on the internet and find the relevant documentation pretty quickly, I would think.
It's not necessarily the point of finding the information, it's applying said information in the appropriate way.
Yeah, but Newtonian formulas aren't that difficult to master, and that's all. And you don't have to drop to Einsteinian calculus to necessarily get it right as far as game physics goes. You can use Newton's theories for a lot of that stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect. Of course, you end up with planets that crash into each other, I suppose. We've seen that. How the hell do I get out of this thing again? Oh yeah, here we are. Before I leave here, I want to see what we got for... I landed on this planet, and I didn't even look to see what the metal content was, what the gravity was. Okay, so the metal content is good. There's lots of germanium, but I now have a surplus of germanium. There is cadmium. That's good. Okay, that's fine. We'll try looking for some cadmium. Whoa! What the hell? Alright. Now we'll just go over here. And go right back down the hill again. Okay, there's some minerals over here. What we'd like is some cadmium. Now, the question is, what will we get? We're 1.01 kilometers away from our ship. There it is. Found it. Bronzite Crondite.
Yeah, I haven't been doing very well with my reputation with the Federation or the Empire lately.
Neither have I. Why have you been pissed?
Them at this point don't mean squat anymore when you're a damn king and a rear admiral.
No, you
Can't
don't.
unlock anything else.
You don't really have to worry about it anymore. You'll never sink below friendly anyway. The odds of that happening are extremely remote. Bronzite Chondrite.
Incoming interdiction.
And we just flew over our minerals. Where are the minerals? Okay. Oh, large rock. Watch out. Manganese. Never seems to be anything good in bronzite ore. All you ever find are the more common metals. I just collected 9 tons of manganese and 3 tons of nickel, and that is it. And now I'm on top of this mountain. Whoop! Whoa! We have a base here or something.
But it's starting to rain.
What's that?
Starting to rain.
Oh. We're sending bad weather our way again.
I had to drive home on my four-wheeler in the rain today. I was plenty wet by the time I got home.
Oh no.
First time, it won't be the last time I do that.
No. I actually went for a bike ride today. Holy crap, is it ever brutal when you start working out and you haven't worked out for a long time? Nasty. Hopefully I have a good sleep as a result tonight.
That's why I've been drinking vodka tonight. Maybe the vodka will put me to sleep.
Yeah, well, that's why I do cocaine, is so that I can fall asleep.
Yeah, vodka's legal, so...
Well, if you fall asleep on cocaine, it's not very good cocaine. It's a stimulant, so it's supposed to be like coffee.
If I want to stay awake, the medications I'm on do a damn good job of that already, so I don't need cocaine.
I'm sure. Are they stimulants?
Insomnia and restless sleep are side effects.
Yeah. Okay, I found a data point. I'm scanning the data point.
Alana and Tom are getting married? Ew.
Who?
A human and a half and a Klingon hybrid are getting married.
Yeah.
Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah. That's ancient history. Secure access denied. Force access modulation. User assigned secure access. Admin access granted. Downloading encrypted codes. I already got my vouchers. Okay, this is a down satellite. I don't know how the hell it ended up here. Have you been launching satellites out here again?
Yeah. Dmitry Krivosheev.
What?
Dmitry Krivosheev is the name of this dude in App Explorer.
Ah, Dmitry.
Might be Russian.
Could be sounds Romanian.
Canadians kind of like Russian too, so.
Well, in that we're both in the
Be part of Russia.
in that we're both northern Arctic Circle countries. So is the United States, thanks to its Alaska purchase from Russia, I might add.
After like $20,000.
That's how Sarah Palin looks across her front lawn and sees the Soviet Union on the other side of the Bering Strait. Didn't you know?
Not like 26 miles apart.
Yeah, but it's also one of the...
Russia is closer than Canada is.
What? Did she say that? No.
I have no idea. It wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, for God's sake.
She's kind of an idiotic bimbo.
She is a bit of a bimbo, but if you're going to be a bimbo, don't get caught being a bimbo. You know what? She probably got an uptick in her vote as a result of that, too. Although that Keurig interview she did with CNN, that was not flattering at all.
I never paid attention to her.
Oh, it was merciless. This reporter got into her life and just fucking tore her a new one. It was terrible. Even I thought so. It may have been fair, but it was still terrible.
Dipshit. You finally found me. You jumped in to the station.
What?
Oh, bitch.
I fell over and I can't get up. I hate that in an SUV when you fall over and you can't get up. Because it's an SUV, you should be allowed to get up.
SRV, not SUV.
Well, especially in an SUV. Yeah, it's an SRV, you're correct.
SUVs flip upside down, they don't.
They'll get back
They
up
don't
over.
flip themselves back up right.
Imagine that as a feature. We have new gravity lock technology. That's right. If you flip your car over, we can flip it right back up again. Oh, look, I found my cadmium. Thank God. Made the whole trip worthwhile. Nickel. Come on, more cadmium. No, more nickel. That's all we got. That was Misosiorderite, or whatever the hell it is. However it's pronounced.
Mesosiderite.
Yes, that's it. Okay. I'm flying down this mountain cliff.
She got her bike.
Whoa! I'm careening
She might be hauling ass too already.
200 meters in the air. Oh my God, my hull integrity is below 50% now. It's now sitting at 26% after that horrible crash. I found another satellite. What are you doing? You'll not be allowed to send satellites to any more planets.
I got 20 mil on that run.
See, you can afford to send satellites here.
I've got 243 million credits. What do you got?
No satellites.
Oh, that sounds like a personal problem.
Well, actually, I do have a satellite, but he's not coming back till Wednesday of next week. Whoa! No, we don't want that. Okay, we gotta repair this thing or we're gonna blow up again. Not that it really matters that much. Something spawned here because I've been over this land before and there was not this much stuff here. I flipped over end over end. I found it. It's an outcrop. Computer, how about you aim the gun? We have iron, germanium, and sulfur. More germanium, more sulfur. Mesosiderite. Located. Shit, this computer cannot aim through. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn at 2 paces.
Is she out wet?
Antimony. Nickel. Wait, does that say pickle or nickel?
Maybe it's a dick.
No, I think I'm in a pickle.
You are a pickle.
A nickel-plated pickle.
Trying to get some really good paying missions now.
I'm getting lots of good minerals. They're worthless, but...
2.7 million.
Or are they priceless?
Well, they have a price.
What do we got here? We have another mineral over here. Coming down the side of this mountain. Okay, I guess I am a pickle because I just freaking drove my SRV. Oh, fuck, now I'm rolling down the mountain. What a pickle I am! Oh my god. I'm the Scarlet Pickle. Oh, tin! Chromium. Germanium. Cadmium. And manganese are gonna quit here because I'm sick and tired of doing all this mining. Alright.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Cargo scoop retracted. Computer.
Handbrake is on. Ship recalled.
We've summoned the ship. Where is it? Ship! There he is. $700 meters, 600, 500. Ooh, shadow passed me. 400 meters. 450 meters away. $300 meters, 200. The large ship has landed. And we can board the ship. Oh, no we can't. There we are.
Handbrake is on.
Boarding the ship.
Landing gear retracted.
Oh, we were in a blue circle.
Shift drive charging. Scan detected.
Well, I tried colliding with him, but I could not.
Frameshift drive charging.
We're going to not explore these moons that we were talking about earlier, and instead we will jump to the next system. And we have jumped away. It's the dog.
Fuel swap disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Got home, I had to talk to her.
Who?
My daughter.
Alright then.
My wife's out looking for her. Well, my daughter caught a ride home since it's raining, left her bike uptown. So
Well,
I'll retrieve it later. There's a Samson-class bulk cargo ship.
raid it for supplies.
I have no weapons in this system. It'll take me 2 hours to ship any here.
No, I'm sure it'll still be there tomorrow.
Probably. Unless, of course, Aisling Duval decides to send her majestic interdictors out here to interdict the cargo ship.
She's going to be too busy eloping with her new boyfriend.
Sounds like her boyfriend don't want nothing to do with her anymore.
No, that's her boyfriend's mom. You can't go by that. Besides which, it wouldn't be the first wedding to be called off and then suddenly be back on again. It's unusual, but not unheard of. And it was a political marriage after all, and Aisling's big problem is she got caught with another male, not so much that she was being...
Supposedly this is all his claims. She never really...
Yeah, but we haven't... But the article said we haven't heard directly from him. He hasn't made an official statement yet, one way or the other, so...
The guy,
Rochester.
not Rochester, the other dipshit, the one that was...
Oh, Jarl.
Yeah, Jarl Numbnuts. These are his claims. He could just be all upset and pissed off and trying to cause problems because he wants Aisling, so you never know. He could be jealous trying to cause trouble.
Maybe. He's not going to get Aisling, though. He's too common. He has no position. He's a nobody. He may just be a pretty boy for Aisling to bang every once in a while when she's bored.
You never know.
Well, I'm quite sure that women want sex as much as men, so men just have the reputation of wanting it more, but in fact...
Men want it when they're younger. Women want it when they're older.
Yeah. And then men don't want to have anything to do with it when they're older. Well, it's not that.
Because their anatomy don't function right anymore. Unless they're popping the little yellow pills, but then they go blind and deaf, so...
Oh, I think that more often than not the little pills work. Or they wouldn't sell.
I was reading an article that Hugh Hefner, he was like, what, 90-some years old?
Yeah.
He was popping little blue pills non-stop. He was pretty much deaf. You could fire a shotgun beside his head and he wouldn't know it.
Yeah, well... He's also 90 years old, so, I mean...
Where's the light flash?
From his point of view, he could stuff himself full of little blue pills all he wanted, and it wasn't going to make the situation that much worse than it already was.
Hold on. Flashlight's where? What direction?
Okay, I think we've done all the exploring we're going to here.
Didn't know it was right on top of it. It kind of light up and it boomed at the hill all at the same time.
What got this killed was this gas?
She farted.
Yeah. They the one for the lightning storm.
Oh.
Went right beside her. Hit her. And had about as much or so of a gas. Right beside her.
That's why we tell you not to be outside during thunderstorms, dum-dum.
What's inside?
Oh, she's inside of a house, and that sounds a little fishy. Well, you're gonna have to go fetch your bike. Nice. Got 23 million on that run.
I wonder if all these little bases have these passengers that want to be moved about like this. Or if you just lucked out and found two systems where there were ample passenger supplies. And remote locations.
There's a little more effort into finding this than just randomly getting lucky.
Okay. Finally arriving in the Almaguest system. Course laid in for Sirius reach starport.
Oh,
How are you missing both your violin books? Books usually aren't doing too much. She was planning on buying her books. The teacher ain't gonna have a lot of extra books for her. Ugh, fucking juvenile delinquent little bastards.
What now?
Told my daughter music book, violin books last year.
Oh. Demeter class agricultural vessel.
200? Or the 250? Oh, okay. What were you saying now?
There is an agricultural megaship in this system, which looks ripe for harvest, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't need no corn on the cob.
And Hercules class bulk cargo ship.
Well, the little bit of the 300,000 worth of cargo you're gonna steal off of that, and a headache to sell it. Yeah, I'll pass.
Well, that's the thing. It's marked as stolen, right? So
I'm getting 20 million every 10 minutes here. I don't need to go find a cargo ship.
no, that's just the rating is just something to do for fun. I think more than anything. A lot of these little activities that they give you don't make any money. You know, they're not some great coup business decision that you're gonna make a killing off of. We've arrived.
4.85 million. I want to make a 250 light year round trip to
Landing request on approach, Commander.
How steady? 3.4 million credits.
Not enough.
Permission authorized. Clear to land at docking bay 09er.
Docking computer engaged. Now docking at Sirius Reach on landing pad 9. And crashing into the door.
Scan detected.
Why in the hell? Christ.
Your approach is good. Maintain current course.
I really wish it would tell you who's scanning you while you're being scanned.
Landing gear deployed.
Services at this stop.
Well, it's really me scanning you just because I want to mess with your mind. Piss you off.
Confirmed contact. Riker dispatched. Station services.
Doesn't piss me off too much because I don't have any cargo that's of any value.
Why are you worried about it?
I'm not, but Councillor Filberto Bush of the Almaguest Freedom Party might be. On the other hand, perhaps he's a nobody that the game generated to greet me at the starport. Oh look, he's wearing a red shirt. Alright.
That means he's
Expendable.
on site.
Expendable. Oh, you know what? I just remembered something. I haven't specified in my power contacts list who I'm going to vote for this turn. Galactic powers. Did I mention to you that Archon Delane put an 11,000 credit bounty on my head?
That ain't too bad.
What's that?
That ain't bad.
Well, he did it because I went to one of his major starports and dumped off like 300 metric tons of propaganda. And then I did it again. So the total was like 650, and I didn't realize that I had done this, that he had put a bounty on the first time, and I somehow snuck into his base the second time and found out that this was what was going on. And my God, he's still in 11th place. But if you look at his stats lately, he's slid, his number of planets is like dangerously low. Like
he's always in last place. He doesn't have anything anybody wants really.
No, he's actually offering.
Of being a pirate.
He's offering a defection bonus. If you defect to him, he's the only one that will assign you automatically rating 2 as soon as you defect. So you don't even have the option of becoming rating 1 with him, unless you become rating 2 when you join and then do nothing. That's the only way. My God, is he a scary looking man though? Fuck. What a horrible fucking barbarian. Okay, so his standing value, 12%. Nearest opponent this turn is Li Yongrui, who's more than double his value. He has 434 exploited systems, totaling 133.3 billion souls. He has no systems in turmoil for the first time in God knows how many turns, and has only got 23 systems within the Empire and 121 in the Federation. The rest are independents. 290 are independent. Yeah, this guy's a tool and he's completely useless. I'm glad I shit all over his fucking cornflakes. Okay, let's go have a look at Aisling, who's now at number 5 this turn. Back in the top 5 yet again.
Usually where she's at.
And she has the following: 886 exploited systems, more than double Archon Delane. 347 independents, 522 within the Empire, 17 in the Federation. Oh, and she actually, that world that I dropped off all that propaganda in.
Did she take it?
She took it.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, she took the system over. I'm actually just pulling it up right now, just because it'll be fun. It'll be funny to look at. Yeah, there she is. I think that's her. Hang on. What do we got here? There is that Aisling there? Yeah. Okay, there's Aisling. And where's the system in question? I think this is it right here. Yeah, he's got this little tiny outfit here. Is it Beta Kylie? I can't remember which planet it was she was taking over.
It started with a K.
Kaliki, I think, is the one.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Hang on, let's just have a look. This will be good for a laugh. I think this is her control sphere in this area. She has no other worlds here.
That's a place for her to start.
No, that isn't it. That one was Denton. That belongs to Denton Betrayus. Solano. The same color, though, unfortunately. Or wasn't it a Hipparco system? HIP something or other? Hang on. Oh, where the hell?
Half hour.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. 7. She's way up here. Yeah, this is it here. Well, I knew she took something from him. Oh, there it is. Cavalela or whatever.
Did Dad or I yell at you in the morning?
That might be it here. Hang on. I think it was that world, Cavalela. Comes just up there and just takes a planet from him. There! Fuck you.
You know damn well that was one of Aislin's little player groups.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Only reason she would have been able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm voting now. I put my 5 votes to preparation, so. Top 9 systems. Let's see here. We've got.
I might have 1 vote if I'm lucky. I don't know.
Do you get a vote?
I don't know. I don't participate in it.
Right now, 70% have voted in favor. 70% of the votes have gone in favor of consolidation, and 30% in favor of prep expansion. So, but it defaults to consolidation. This is the first night, so we don't know exactly where the votes are all going to go yet.
The dock in this damn thing manually is a pain in the ass. Damn asteroid just wobbles funny or something. You're in a super cruise trying to approach. It's got a really fast orbit, so you have to almost chase it.
Well, there are planets, there are moons in this game. You do have to chase. You saw one.
This is an asteroid base that you have to chase to be able to dock with it.
Yep.
Big old asteroid that's hollowed out. It's kind of cool.
So I'm thinking about taking up my rating up a notch and going up to 1,500 merits. That would involve making an investment of 1,000 merits. but I would get more votes. I think I get 10 votes. I get 25 power commodity allocation. At rating 5, you get well, at rating 5, you can really make a difference. At rating 5, you can make a 100% increase to influence reward and controlled exploited systems. So you can change basically which factions have influence.
It's kind of sad. Felicia Winters is better liked than Zachary Hudson.
That's been true for a long time now.
Yeah.
And I actually prefer her as for president. I hope she wins the next election.
That's going to be like another 12 years.
Maybe 1 or 2 years, I figure. The game's been on for 4 years now, so they're due for a vote. They vote once every 6 years or something?
Now, why has this got a red exclamation mark on Zemina Torvald?
Because she declined.
Find what?
Well, she went down a rank.
Gary Ground went down, but he didn't, doesn't have no red exclamation mark.
Oh, actually, you know what? The reason she has a red exclamation mark is she's at war with Aisling. That's the... oh, and she's in turmoil. Sorry, she's in turmoil. She has a command credit deficit.
That's what she's... vulnerable.
She's vulnerable, yeah.
What is that?
Most of her world, she has... holy shit, she has 10... She has 10 worlds at least in turmoil. And her current deficit is a whopping 1,285 command credits per turn. That is nasty. The 10 most expensive control systems have not been allocated upkeep due to a command credit deficit at the end of the last cycle. These systems have fallen into turmoil. Should a CC deficit remain at the end of this cycle, systems in turmoil will revolt and shake off control.
She's going to be crashing real fast. I bet that's because she spoke out against Aisling Duval and her marriage.
Possibly. Don't forget that commanders have a huge impact on these standings, right? So
yeah, Aisling Duval, for some reason, is well liked by a lot of commanders.
Yeah.
A lot of groups.
Well, it's that prismatic. It's that fucking prismatic shield that does it.
Well, even then, it's not even the prismatic, because why is Edmund Mahone in the first place? I mean, he's...
because you start off with him.
He doesn't even have a good fucking...
No, I know. But when you join the game, a lot of players, when they start, and I did this too, when you start playing the power play, you joined Edmund because he's the president of the Federation, and if you're aligned with the Federation, completely ignorant of what's going on in the game, you might be inclined to join up with him because he's leading the largest government or largest concentration of humanity in terms of raw population. And the Federation happens to also be headquartered in the solar system, which of course is where Earth is located. Okay. Done with our power play now. Let's see here. What do we got?
Got 20 million on that run.
Exit. Now making for Robogo.
Daibo, 2.469 million. ROZD184, 27,000 light years for 44 million.
No, I want 50. If I'm going 27,000 light years, you bloody well pay me 50 million. Which is the maximum you can make, but I want the maximum to go fucking more than 10,000 light years. There's just too much risk otherwise. Unless you get, like, neutron star chains and can jump 70 light years a shot. And carry all your passengers with you.
I can jump 70 light years at a time.
With passengers?
Not with passengers.
Yeah.
Right now, I am jumping 57 light years with passengers.
That's pretty darn good, I would say. Almagest is a terraform colony. Okay, we should now be able to make Robogo without further distraction.
Oh, you'll find something to distract you. That's pretty normal for you.
Shut up, man. I know what I'm doing.
Distracted?
Okay. Explore. Bauxite. They want bauxite, rutile, and mineral oil. Nope. No cargo for you. I just want my passenger cabins. So ends our latest tour of the bubble.
At this point in time, my observations are I'm making more money here than I did in Robigo.
Disengage from landing pad.
Still there?
Yep. 1 second, I'm leaving the starport. And we got a crate coming in, and oh my god, I almost crashed into it.
Landing gear retracted.
And we have left the starport.
$2.7 million to go to Yak.
We're just not getting the message. We need more money than that.
1,100 light years.
Frameshift drive charging.
You know what? They're building something on the end of this station. Oh, the station's incomplete. It's still under construction. I've never seen that before.
Which station?
Planet 1 in the Almagest system's Sirius Reach. It's not completed yet.
Fuel sending.
Sirius just took control of that station here about a week and a half ago.
What's that?
Sirius just took control of that station here a week or so ago. They haven't been in control there for too long.
Frameshift drive.
So they're building a new station, in other words. That's what you're trying to tell me.
kind of.
I thought Sirius owned all these star systems out here. Like, basically, they just came and purchased a bunch of purchased a bunch of resources, moved a bunch of colonists out here, and now there's a chain of Sirius space stations and colonies all along here.
Yeah, that's what they're slowly doing. They're stretching out the run.
They're going to be so powerful when they finish this up, because I don't know about too many corporations that are building colonies like that.
Well, you figure Ron Huey is the one in charge of that, because he's the president CEO of Sirius Corp.
That's true, but they're not aligned with him. They're not aligned with anyone, actually, at the moment.
No, Sirius Corp is a corporation.
Yeah, it's just one of his job titles, and he does other things, obviously, but...
It's like Denton... no, not... Which one of the dumbasses is it now?
Well, Zemina Torval is both leader of a faction...
Denton Petraeus, I pronounce a stupid name, is actually the commander of the Imperial Navy.
And a senator.
Yep. But he commands the Navy.
Yeah.
Alicia Winters is the shadow president.
Yeah. And she could take the presidency from Hudson in the next round of elections. Whenever the hell they're finally held.
Vigny Duval is the empress.
Yes.
Nina Torval is just a grumpy old hag of a senator.
Really? I thought she was... Oh, that's true, too, yeah. It's Arissa who's empress. So Zemina is the grumpy old...
Arissa Lavigny Duval is actually the empress.
Right, and Torval is a grumpy old hag.
He's the senator.
Yeah.
Petraeus is the senator, and he's the head of the Navy. Petraeus and Aisling are actually partners.
And they have
in crime.
And they have history together too as a couple.
Yeah, the two of them teamed together to take out Salome.
Which I didn't agree with.
Whatever her name was.
Yeah, she had information on it.
Now owns her home system of Prism.
Yeah. Though it doesn't really matter, Salome's dead, so...
Yeah.
And Salome had information not just on Raxala, but she also had proof that the Federation and the Empire co-conspire to start the war with the Thargoids.
Yeah.
Which I also don't agree with. I'm just not very pro-war. Unless, of course, we're talking about Kim Jong-un and the moron launches a missile at Hawaii. Then I'm in favor of him losing his country and his country ceasing to exist as a nation state for all the difference it's going to make at that point.
Well, I'm pretty sure if somebody really wanted him dead, he'd be gone in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, but you have to weigh the political consequences of these things. You can't just shoot people anymore.
You can, but unfortunately, you shoot him, he's got 30 generals that'll step in to take his place and might even be worse than him.
That's quite true.
Considering he's not even 30 years old yet. He's just a kind of a spoiled little brat.
Yeah, it's a dangerous, spoiled little brat. The only thing that the older generation might have is, while they're hardliners, or they tend to be hardliners, they would probably be more reluctant to try to provoke the United States, which is not a bright idea.
provoke anyone in the state they're in.
True.
Request approved. Adjust heading for approach to pad 090. Automated docking approved.
Well, Hauser's Reach is the hub of activity tonight.
All the more reason I'm glad I'm not there.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I want to get the hell away from this place.
From touchdown.
I got a long list of different systems or different places to try out for running these passenger missions. I spent my time at work doing research.
Oh, really?
Potential systems. Yeah, that's what I did on my break time. Facebook has got me so fucking dead.
I've hit something and now I'm going really slow. Well, my ship is now trying to dock and evade crashing into yet another Asp Explorer that wants to commit harry-carry. And there is the burnt-out hulk of a Vulture-class ship floating around inside the middle of the station.
Security surveillance is in effect at the facility at all times. Any acts of aggression will be met with an appropriate response.
Okay, we gotta check what time it is here. Hang on a second.
Landing complete. Dispatching ground crew.
About 10:45.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go to bed. I don't want to get into a money-making thing right now.
I'm probably on my last trip for the night.
For the safety of all visitors,
I'll be at over 300 million when I'm done.
the main access code.
I've pulled, after this trip, I will have earned about 175 to 180 million credits tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
2 to 2.5 hours.
So I'll be heading out there probably in the next session. I've left the bubble behind for now. I'll be moving out to join you very soon. Unless you want to give me the location of a... You know what you should do? Post that list of potential money-making planets where you can ferry passengers. Post that list on our website.
No, I don't want to post that anywhere because the problem is a lot of them are systems that have
Well, we only have
already
5...
been nerfed. They've already been nerfed, so it's kind of like go check them out at some other point when they get unnerfed.
Oh, I see. I don't think they're going to get nerfed. I think they're trying to encourage people to go outside the bubble more.
Well, these are still in the bubble, though. That's why I haven't bothered. I went and checked one out, and it's like, it didn't look like it'd be anything I'm interested in doing. Not when it takes a half hour per round trip.
No. You want to... I would only be interested in the systems that are outside the bubble. I wouldn't be interested in anything inside the bubble.
That's kind of why I'm out here right now. It's the only thing I found outside the bubble other than Robigo.
Yeah, well...
And this place is does not have a large population of other commanders either, so...
Not yet, but the Alliance put a chain of stations...
I have not ran into another commander. My last run-in was actually with you 3 days ago.
Alright. Well, as I said, I'll be out there soon enough, but not right
And
now.
then everything's going to go kaput, and they're all going to go into an alt break, and all the missions will drop. That's what usually seems to happen when I find a good money-making one.
Yeah, but I mean, even if that happens, it would only be for a day or two. It wouldn't, at most, it would never last longer than that.
Well, Rubigo, I was doing really well there for like a month. And then all of a sudden people started showing up. So then it just kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on that happening in this other system that you've just discovered, though.
Oh, 1,100 light years outside the bubble.
Yeah, most people don't have ships that jump that far, so... I mean, some of them
People don't want to be that far away from the bubble.
No, and most people don't want to be. But it's really not that far. I don't see it as being that far. It's like 10 jumps away, so what? I mean... It doesn't take that long. If you focus just on jumping and moving from star system to star system with a fuel scoop, you can get out there very quickly.
It took me 20 minutes to get out here from Rubigo.
Yeah.
It's like 600 light years away.
So it's not that hard. Anyway, I'm gonna get going here. It's getting late, so we'll talk to you tomorrow. Or on Saturday if you're not in tomorrow for some reason.
Well, Saturday and Sunday we got archery shoot going on. Tomorrow will probably be late before I get on.
Well, tomorrow then, in all likelihood.
We'll see.
Okay, take care. Have a good weekend if I don't talk to you, but I'm sure I will. Even so.
Probably.
Alright, take care.
Yep, bye.
Bye for now. That'll be it for tonight, people. This base is inundated with players at the moment. And I've made my trip out to the places in the bubble that I wanted to make. I tested out my Founders World permit. Got my mineral content that I was hoping to get. We did quite a bit of mining. And we're ready now to depart for deeper reaches of space well outside the bubble. We won't have gone this far outside the bubble in quite some time, and never before with an Anaconda. Of course, we're going to have to probably outfit the Anaconda a little bit here. And actually, before we just quit, maybe I'll do that. I'll take a quick peek at my outfitting and just make sure that we've got passenger modules available here. Nope. Let's have a look at our transfer options. So we have cargo racks here. Can't do much with those because there we are. Yeah, we've got all of our cabins are out here at this base, and that was known. Okay, so we don't have to do any additional prep. And even if we do, we'll still be here earning money for the first little while at least. For the first, we'll be doing at least 2 runs. That should take up a good solid hour when we return. So that's it for tonight, folks. Don't forget to review the properties for this video. And please, if you feel so inclined, click I like or subscribe in the YouTube interface. Using Google Chrome, you can also click on the bell icon to the right of the subscribe button under Chrome and Windows 10, and you will be advised via mini dialogue when new content is posted to this video flight log site at YouTube, which of course belongs to yours truly, Commander Trium. That's it for tonight, Commanders. Have a good night and fly safe. I'm Commander Trium, signing off.